Animation with JavaFX. So there's a class named animation with the pause, play, and stop. So those are the pause animation, play animation, and stop animations. And we have the attributes auto reverse. Define whether the animation reverses direction on alternating cycles. Cycle count, return the number of cycles in this animation. Rates, speed and direction for this animation. Status, read only, probably to indicate the status of the animation. So those are some of the attributes and methods for animation class. We have path transition class. So we have the duration of this transition node, the target node of this transition, orientation node along the path, and path, the shape whose outline is used as a path to animate the node move. So we can look at the example here, then we understand. How to use this path transition. So create a class which is JavaFX, create a class with a pane, create a rectangle, and fill the rectangle with the orange color, and circle with the black, fill with the white, and stroke with the black. And add them to the pane. Create a path transition. So path transition, set duration. Duration we set in milliseconds. So this is about 4 seconds. Set path. Path set to circle that we just created, and set node to rectangle that we just created. Set orientation. So we can use the orientation type from path transition with a constant orthogonal to tangent, and set the cycle count to timeline, so for the constant indefinite. Set auto reverse to true, so we start to play animation. Now circle also add the lambda. When we click on the mouse, it's going to do pause action. When we release, right, set on mouse release, it's going to play action. So we make an action to this circle, which is an object. Now we just set a scene and put a pin into the scene and set the scene and show the scene. Alright, so we can look at the code here running. Now, so we're going to run it into the JavaFX application with IntelliJ. I'm going to create a new project. Let's see. We may be able to use the same project since we have rectangle and circle. 1 second. This is from JavaFX, so that should be fine with new project then. So I'm not going to do the JavaFX project because we not use fxml. We create a project from the template. So this is going to name animation Java effects. We try to create animation. Alright, so this class name path transition demo. Let me refactor, rename path transition. Now if you don't use the template, actually this one should better out with not using the template to create, then we don't have to refactor the name. Path transition transi. So the problem with this, like I said, we should not use the template. So let's delete the file and create a new file from scratch. Path transition demo. Alright. So we just write the code. Now we're gonna run and see if it's going to do animation as we expected. We create one circle, one rectangle, add them to the pane, and make the, like we said here, we see here. Let's read the code at the same time. Duration 4 seconds. So it's going to do the path transition. We set path as a circle, so circle is the path, and the node is the rectangle. And set orientation orthogonal to tangent. Auto reverse to true, and when we click, it should pause because of the action listener. Release is going to play. Now if we switching, let's test rectangle to be the path. So it's traveling in the rectangle. We can see that. Right. What is just the location? Since I didn't do fill the stroke of the rectangle, so let's do rectangle dot set stroke color dot black. So we make the stroke for rectangle, then we can see the stroke. So make the rectangle as path. Let's say we make the circle as node. Now location. So it's trying to travel around the rectangle. Now we may need to make a location not starting from 0, 0. Right, because if it's starting from 0, 0, that's why it's on the top left. And make it bigger. It's quite big now. So it's traveling along, right, the path. So that's pretty much how you use your path, right? Transition. Now we set the scene to be bigger. The window size, and let's test with this orientation type. So it seems like we only have one option for the constants, orthogonal to tangent. So let's see what is it. So we're gonna look up on Javadoc now. Path transition Javadoc. So we can look at orientation type. Specify the upright orientation of node along the path. So if I do orthogonal to tangent, the target node's rotation metric is set to keep node perpendicular to the path tangents along the geometric path. So that's what it is. So if I set to none, the target node's rotation metric stay unchanged along the geometric path. So let's try with none. Now we close this and rerun the program. So it's just stay unchanged and do reverts, right? Because we do auto reverts to true, we see start to go down, and when you get to the end, it's just go back reverts. Right. And when you hit the circle, it's pause, release, it's from this action events. Which if I do set back to orthogonal to tangent, so you may see keep node perpendicular to the path tangents. Alright, so let's see if it's going to do that. We've seen it before, but now we try to understand the behavior of different constants. So this is the node. Now our circle is the node, right? So it's actually, this is perpendicular to all the tangent, right? Which is pretty much the same. Let's switch circle and rectangle and see a difference. So now I'm changing the path to be circle, but this happened to be a big, large rectangle, so circle is pretty much just hidden behind it. Let's just try to do the path orientation type, like travel along the circle, which is small circle. So that's why it just look like this rectangle is keep rotating, right? And the cycle count we set it to indefinite, just pretty much just keep looping and looping and looping, keep rotating. Now you see that if I set it to none, it just travel like that, right? It's not trying to do the keep node perpendicular to the path tangents. So it's not rotating like we see that. That's a